Greetings. This video is an overview for how you should post your draft for a draft review session. Now, this is a general overview, so any differences you see in this video to what you actually see in your class, you should ask your instructor questions so that it's clear how you are doing this in your class. This video is a general overview for how you can expect, most likely, to submit your drafts. So there will be an area in your course that the instructor has let you know this is where you go to submit your draft. So go to that specific area. I know that I tend to always give you a link from within the actual week or content area that you're working on the draft peer review session, a link from there. But you can always usually find a link in the discussion forum. So I'm gonna go straight there in this class. And you're gonna find the link that has been designated for you to add your draft. So in this case, it just says peer review session. So I'm gonna click on that. You then will find either one or multiple threads, but there will be a thread directing you to post your draft somehow in that area. As with most of the discussion boards that I post, you can subscribe to these forums. So if you wanted to subscribe, just hit the subscribe button. All right, so I'm gonna click on post draft and reviews here. Read any instructions or directions that are there, make sure you follow them. So preparing and posting, I'm reminded that on the top of my drafts, I'm supposed to directly let my readers know what kind of essay I'm writing. And I'm also supposed to include the single most challenging issue I have with the draft. So I like to copy and paste. So I'm just gonna copy and paste that and go to my document and make sure I have done these two items and added this information. So I'm gonna go find, I'm getting ready to post my document. And to do that, you just wanna hit the reply button. But before I go and hit reply, I just wanna make sure I have everything that I need. So I'm gonna find where my essay is. I'm just gonna use this example document that I've written for a class that I was in. And so I know I'm supposed to say a type of writing. So I'm writing a report because that's what this document is. You need to identify the type of genre or writing that you are doing. So I have that information, genre type. And then I was supposed to put the single most challenging issue that I'm having. And then I will put that in there. So those are the two things that I would like some feedback on. And so I have those two things. Again, this was just the opportunity to make sure you have everything you're supposed to have for this document. All right, so I'm gonna save that. Hey, it's all saved, I'm ready to go. And I'm gonna save my file. And now I'm ready to upload it because I double checked it for those items. So I'm going to, again, you read through all of this. If you need to review any of this content, there may be links there for you to review, or you can review the content that you've downloaded for peer review. So I'm gonna hit the reply button. I'm not gonna change anything in this area. I am just going to go find my document. Wherever it is that I had it saved, I know where it is. Find my documents. And I'm going to double click and add it. There's my document. I'll hit submit. And now I have uploaded my draft. And so once everyone else, I uploaded my draft before the deadline. So once everyone else uploads their drafts, I will wait until that deadline comes. and goes. And then you'll get a long list here, like in any other discussion board area, a long list of content. And then I will follow the reviewing instructions. And I know these are reviewing instructions by heart. So I know that I have to give 2 of my peers feedback. And I have to do that by the order in which people have submitted their documents. So you have to imagine that there's a long list of people here. So if I'm the first person at the top of this posting list, I will give feedback to the 2 people beneath me. If I am the last person at the bottom of the list here, remember everyone should have posted on time. If I'm the last person to post, that means I have to go to the top of the list and I give feedback to the 2 people at the top. The tricky part is this one. If you are the second to last person who posted in the list, that means there's 1 person beneath you. That means you will give feedback to the 1 person beneath you and then the 1 person at the top. All right, so that's how you post. And in order to give feedback, you will then download the person's essay, save it onto your computer. I'm just gonna go open that document that I just had open. You can download that person's essay, save it on my computer, and then I will start to type my comments directly onto their paper using the directions. So 1, I know those by heart. 2, I know you have to leave a total of 9 pieces of evidence. So you have to give your first impressions. So I'll just type first impressions. I'll read through the document and then I'll add my comments. Right? As I read through the actual person's paper, I like using the comment feature. So I will highlight things and then I'll use the comment feature to write my comment. But I can also just type directly in here like, okay, I think this should be, I got lost here. So I just type, and then why are you talking about the cat? So there's a variety of ways. So I'm going to type right in there, but I need to make this somehow different so the author knows that this isn't there. This is me making comments. So maybe I'll bold it or I use a different color or something, right? But I'm going to somehow make that stand out. So then they see I'm asking them comments. And then when I get to the end of the document, or I might come back to the top just so that they can find. So I have my 6 comments in there. I need to address this, if I can, this issue they're having, and then I'm supposed to address that if I can. Right. With an answer, I might just say, hey, you might want to talk to the instructor or go to a writing center, or say if I'm reading this and it's like, there are a lot of like spelling and grammar issues, that's not the point of peer reviews, for me to proofread and edit. So this might be a place in the first impression or the last impression that I'll tell my colleague that you should, review your spelling. I'm not gonna fix all that because I'm supposed to be using my brain for more critical questions. Actually, this is something I will probably put in my final impression. So my last thoughts. So I review all the stuff that I read and then I told them, and I'm gonna give them my last thoughts and I overview that. And this is a place I think is more appropriate. I might say, hey, I had your writing was interesting and I found some value in, I like paragraph 6, 7, and 9 the most, but throughout I had issues with spelling and grammar, so you might want to check this. So some of the errors are distracting and you don't want that. So you just give your overview, your last suggestions, and then you save that document. You don't need to change the name or anything. You save that document somewhere on your computer. I mean, I sometimes like changing the name because then it lets me know that I reviewed that, but I didn't give you those instructions. Check to see if you have change name instructions. But I'm going to change the name because I'm going to save as, oh, I'm going to save it. I'm just going to save it to my desktop so I can find it pretty quickly. Just going to save it there. And I'm just going to reviewed. And gonna save it. And now that's all done. And so then I'll go back to the person that I was reviewing. So I'd click reply right underneath that person's name. You don't need to tell them anything because once they look at your attached file, they will be able to see all of your comments there. So desktop, I'm gonna find that reviewed document. There it is, double click, and there it is. I have completed giving my feedback to my one person. So that's the overview. Hopefully this is helpful, and ask questions for what you're doing specifically in your class.